Okay, the next thing, and I'm going to go through this pretty quickly here. So a couple of things about town boards and CACs. For those of you that are new to us, and for those of you that might have forgotten over time, town boards and CACs, or tabs and CACs as I'll call them from here forward, are really created through statute and also been codified in our county code, as you can see there above, for both of those. And they are both subject to the Nevada Open Meeting Law and Nevada Ethics in Government as well. So later on today, you're going to hear from our Deputy District Attorney that supports our Department of Administrative Services, Stephen Swikert, and he's going to talk to you a little bit about those two different subjects there. The next thing, as I talked about or mentioned really briefly earlier, town boards actually, first of all, there's 19 town boards and CACs in total. Of the 19, 5 of those are elected. And we have in the Northeast the Moapa Valley, and Bunkerville town boards, and then in the South, the Laughlin and Searchlight town boards. So those are elected. The other 14 town boards and CACs are actually not elected, and those are all appointed to the respective boards. Same thing with the CACs that you see there. So, a couple of things that you've probably heard maybe 10 times, and you'll hear again one more time during today's orientation. It talks a little bit about the role of the town boards and CACs, and all of this information as well is online. So we will, and it's through our main webpage. I think we're going to try to individually, at least the liaisons will send you an email with links to all this information specific to your areas here. But a couple of things. The role of the tabs and CACs are to assist, first and foremost, the BCC in the governance of your respective area by acting as representatives of the residents of those areas. You also then will make recommendations. Some of you have been doing this already for many years, and some of you will start doing this as new members of the town boards and CACs. You provide some input as well, and then you'll help disseminate information, and that's what we do with our liaisons, or through you, actually, when you make those requests. Hey, can we talk about a certain issue or subject within our respective area? And so the liaison will put that on the agenda, work with the secretary, and make sure that that information is also put forth and either discussed or at least handouts are provided, or if there's action needs to be taken on those issues. A couple of other things, you also operate under the same rules as the Board of County Commissioners, as our Board of County Commissioners. They are the ones that appointed you, but they also, because they are an elected body, because they're also governed, like I said, more similar to you with the Nevada Open Meeting Law as well, those same rules apply. Same thing with the meeting conduct and public comment periods, which we have on all of our agendas and at our town boards and CACs. You're also, remember this as well, you're a representative of Clark County, so when you sit there, stand there, whatever you do, you are representing Clark County as a government entity. You are kind of, the board has appointed you, so a lot of the same rules apply to you, and therefore also, just like the Board of County Commissioners represent the county, you represent the county in what you do there as well. The last thing is your input is very valuable and appreciated, but remember as well that it is advisory in nature. So I understand that you have very strong feelings or passions or recommendations that are very useful and needed, but they are advisory to our Board of County Commissioners. And at the end, when they make the final decision, it may not be exactly what the respective town board or CAC recommended, but it is definitely considered in their decision, okay? All right, so this is our website. This is the Main County website, actually, and so you can access not only our information, but everything about the county and what we do with the county, too. So to help you during your course of the next 2 years in being more effective and understanding better of what we do, understanding our community, at least from the county's perspective, this is the main web page that you would go to there. So what we're doing today, as I mentioned earlier, with Mike Shannon being our cameraman today, we're actually taking a video like we've done in previous years. So what this will allow us to do is, one, record this orientation for today. Also allows you to go back and re-review the comments made, the discussion, the information that you're receiving today. And then also for new town board members or CAC members, as over the next 2 years, maybe some of you will decide to do other things. So when we bring new folks in, when our Board of County Commissioners appoint new folks, what they will do is they will also have an opportunity to see this video, an opportunity to also get essentially the same training that you have received today. Okay? Okay. Any questions so far? No? We're good. Okay. I do want to recognize 2 more county commissioners that I see here today. One is walking right through the center of the room, and it's one of our newest members, Commissioner Justin Jones. And another commissioner that was re-elected, or elected this year, actually, I don't want to get in trouble, is Commissioner Jim Gibson, sitting in the back there. And so what I'd like to do at this time, if I could, is ask Commissioner Jim Gibson. I think he'd like to give a couple of words, provide a couple of words to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Yeah, I was elected. I would like to give a few words, right? That's what electeds do. Really appreciate the opportunity to say something to you. The message that I would deliver is one of thank you, right? Thanks for the service that you give. It's an enormous commitment of time and energy. If you're prepared when you go to the meetings you attend, you have already spent an enormous amount of time really digesting the things that are in front of you. In addition to listening and talking to the people that live in your neighborhoods and in the district. I used to tell the people, I was mayor of Henderson for 12 years, and I used to say to them, you know, I appoint a planning commissioner, maybe I see that person or say something to that person over the course of the 4 years that they're serving, but not necessarily. And I was thinking, I appointed a commissioner, or a planning commissioner, who served the entire 12 years that I was mayor. And I saw him at a couple of social events over the 12 years, and other than that, I never had a conversation with him. It was really important to me that he apply sound land use and zoning principles to the work he did, so that when I got whatever it was that he had done, I knew that I didn't have to worry about that. My worry was all the rest of that stuff. And so you're really fortunate you don't have to worry about the politics, except you do have to live in your neighborhoods. And there are times when there are conflicts that will be the kinds of things that will be important for you to understand. But beyond that, you're really helping us map out, plan out, and make this the most incredible place to live and do business. And some of the things that will come before you will be things that you'll really understand, you'll really get. Some of the arguments that will be made will be things that you don't understand. But I appreciate the fact that the people that I'm working with and that I have appointed have done just exactly what we're talking about. Now, I've been in office. The governor appointed me to fill an unexpired term in June of 17. And I have had conversation with members of the town board and the planning commission that I appointed, but political conversation we haven't had. There's never been a time when I've said, you have to do this. I won't do that ever. I just need to know that you're applying the things that you're learning and you're bringing your common experience to the job. So this is a remarkable place. I like Clark County a lot more than I did when I was mayor. And one of the things that I've learned is that over time is that we really need to work together. We work with the cities. There are times when we have agreement, some disagreement. Sometimes we have violent disagreement. But we always need to keep in mind that what we're trying to do is make this a place where the quality of life is what we all aspire to, what we all hope for, and that the opportunity for business is for businesses to really thrive. And there is a way to make all of that work. So thank you very much for your willingness to serve. Some of you have been doing this for a good long while. We appreciate your service, and those who are entering upon office now, we thank you for your willingness to do it. It may be more than you imagined when you said you wanted to do this, but that's okay. In fact, I was complaining the other day, and my wife said, well, wait a minute. You said you wanted to do this. And she keeps me fairly grounded. we all need to stay grounded. So thank you very much for your service.
Thank you, Commissioner. I'd like to also invite Commissioner Justin Jones as well to give a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex, and thank you all for being out here today. Not only have you guys signed up to give up a lot of your evenings over the next several years, but to come out here on a Saturday when you could be doing other things, we really appreciate it. I represent District F in the southwest part of town. I've got part of Enterprise and Spring Valley town boards, but I also have a whole lot of citizen advisory councils out there. And if you're in my citizen advisory councils, raise your hand real fast. Yeah, there's a lot of you. So I appreciate all you guys who are out in some of the more rural areas of southwest part of town for all you do. I know, and particularly in the rural areas, the number of people who are even available to volunteer for these types of positions is pretty narrow. And as a result of that, some of you end up on the boards out there for many years. And I appreciate all your service in those roles. And I appreciate those who have stood up in the last few years to take on these roles. Like Commissioner Gibson said, we appreciate what you guys are doing. You are sort of the first line of defense of issues that are coming up to the Clark County Commission. And our Planning Commission obviously is critical in that role also. So if you have anything that you need from me, I am available to you at all times. And I appreciate all that you guys are doing, and I wish that this is a great opportunity for you guys to continue to learn. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. So here's what we're going to do real quick. I want to introduce another commissioner that has actually joined us as well. He's actually our newest commissioner, and it's Commissioner Michael Naft. So I'll ask him to come on up here and say a couple of words to you as well.
Thank you very much, Alex. My name is Michael Naft, and I was appointed on Tuesday by Governor Sisolak to represent District A. And I just wanted to come here mostly to thank you all for your commitment to your communities, for serving, and to let you know that my door is always open. I look forward to building a relationship and seeking your advice and getting it, and I'm so thankful for that and appreciative for you. I know most of you probably know Tiffany in the office, but I just wanted to introduce myself as well, and you'll get to know us both a little bit better if you don't. But thank you for being here and for your commitment, and give us a call anytime. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Commissioner. Megan?